Here we go. We've now boarded this vessel. Hey guys. Here we are today on the Black River. Had to leave the bikes behind, trade them for a canoe. Out here exploring a sunken ghost ship on the Black River. The only ghost ship that's currently listed on the Great Lakes at this time. So go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. Smash the bell notification. And also, like every good adventure, this trip starts with a good cup of coffee. So, proud to announce Ariel Resupply Coffee Company is now the official coffee of Buckeye MTB. So get 10% off your next order with discount code Buckeye10. So let's get into it. We're here on the Black River, which is a tributary off of Lake Erie, headed to a ghost ship known as the Upper Canada. The ghost ship, the Upper Canada, was constructed in 1949 and was a ferry up in Canada for 50 years until 1999. And that's when the story about this ship gets interesting. In 1999, the ship was bought by someone who went by the name of Big Al Johnson, which I believe was a pseudonym. No one knows what his real name was. If you remember the late 90s, there was a line of popular raunchy t-shirts called Big Johnson shirts. You know, it'd say Big Johnson Motorsports or bass fishing or something. They're full of innuendo and raunchy themes. Popular with middle schoolers. If you're in middle school in the late 90s like I was, you remember those t-shirts well. So if you wanted a fake name, in the days before 9/11, where rules around registration and proving who you say you were a lot more lax, someone with a sense of humor could think something like, ha, my name's Big Johnson. It would be pretty funny. So from there, when Big Al Johnson brought this ship from Canada to Lorain in 1999, operated out of the port here in Lorain till about 2003. So legend has it Big Al Johnson was actually a smuggler on the Great Lakes. And as the law was beginning to close in, he scuttled his ship here in the Black River and vanished without a trace. Strangely, someone, no one knows who, kept registration current on this ship all the way until 2008. The Coast Guard and the Lorain Port Authority have tried to track down the owner of this ship, and all leads have went cold. So Big Al Johnson, or the smuggler who went by the name Big Al Johnson, vanished without a trace. Left his ship here, rotting on the shore, rusting away, just upstream of the Lorain Harbor, right off of Lake Erie, the Black River. You see right above, that's the Lofton Henderson Memorial Bridge, right underneath where this ship has found its final resting place. The ship was inspected by the Coast Guard and deemed to not be an environmental hazard or a danger, so it sits here. I'm sure the cost of recovery or salvage would be very expensive at this point, and no one knows who or where Big Al Johnson is. So we're gonna board the ship here today, see if we can find any clues to the mystery, and see what we can find out about the Upper Canada smuggling ship captained by the legend Big Al Johnson. So exploring a ghost ship, I would say this is something you shouldn't do by yourself. You should bring somebody with you if you're going to explore a ghost ship. On this adventure today, I'm bringing my brother with me. He's actually paddling in the back of the canoe, and we're working together here. Got some people fishing underneath the bridge. Looks like this has probably been in place by the Coast Guard. This appears to be some sort of, maybe a buoy to keep if there's any oil spills or anything like that from getting out and polluting the lake. Looks like a reference to the name. Someone wrote at the front of the ship in marker, SS Ballsack Johnson. I don't know if that's a reference to the original ship owner or just somebody doing graffiti. So here we go. Here's the Upper Canada. There's the lifeboat. This may be tricky to board. We got a log here. We're gonna taw off our canoe so we don't get marooned here on the ghost ship. First ever maritime adventure on Buckeye MTB. Looks like there's a cargo hold area. Careful now. All passengers must vacate vehicles. Down in the cargo hold, looks like it's full of water. I would not go down there. Debris, oil, detritus. Another front of the cargo hold. There's some really strange urban legends about this ship. Some people claim that it changes locations. Some people have said cargo showed up and then disappeared again. So just a whole bizarre story. Someone saying jump here. Look at that. So we're obviously not the first people here. You have anything like this, any sunken ghost ships, it's going to draw vandals. This looks like a loading ramp. This is a ferry, so it looks like passenger vehicles used to launch on here. And look at this, off to the side of the boat, it's not going anywhere. There's a big block of concrete holding the boat in place. I don't know if that was in place by the Coast Guard. Don't get too close to the edge. I don't know how sturdy that is, but it's definitely deliberately put there. This ship has been scuttled, but plenty of room for any Great Lakes smuggler to carry items. Whatever they smuggled, I don't know. And there's no indication of what his real name was. All we know is the fake pseudonym with the crude middle school humor of Big Johnson. Doesn't appear to be anything. I'm sure if there was anything on here, it had long been scavenged. The ship showed up here in 2003 sometime. Even though, strangely, someone kept the registration current until 2008, inexplicably, it has not moved since then. A lot of water down there. It's sunken. It's full up. I don't know if that's the engine room or what you call it. I'm not really a sailor, but it's definitely full of water. This thing isn't going anywhere. But let's go upstairs, see where the captain would be of this ship when he would be piloting the Upper Canada. Hey Garrett, come on up here. Let's check it out. Winches. This appears to be where the passengers would be. You have your car on the back. I saw a sign that said remove all passengers from vehicles. I guess you sit up here when you're being ferried across. Wow. The ship that time forgot. I don't know if Busch beer seems to be popular with whoever comes up here. It's a Midwestern regional favorite if you're watching this abroad. Wow, doesn't it feel like the boat is moving?
Yeah.
When you're up here, it's very unsettling. There's the old bathroom. Toilet's been smashed. Looks like someone tried to light it on fire. This is probably not the best spot to be. But look, you could sit out here on the deck if you didn't want to sit in the cabin. I assume in nicer weather you'd sit out here. And then sitting in the cabin in the winter. As we all know, Canada has some rough weather. So does Ohio. Some broken glass. weirdest thing, I know everyone is saying that this ship has been here since 2003 and that the registration expired in 2008, but I fished on the Black River back when I had a boat in 2010, and I do not remember seeing a shipwreck here on the side of the river. So you guys let me know down in the comments, is this a glitch in the matrix, or has this always been here and I just didn't notice it? Wow, look at that. Some more graffiti. Canoe's still there, that's good. It's a good sign. It would be pretty challenging to get down here. Someone found a way, they're fishing here. There must be a path, but it looks like there's a lot of brush to get through to be able to reach it from here from the bridge. But there's got to be a trail somewhere. I see graffiti everywhere, and we had some people fishing down there. Oh, look at this. Where the cabin shack is. Or what, I don't know the boat term, but this is where they drove the boat. It's like somebody stole the steering wheel. Can you blame them? That'd be the coolest thing to have from a ghost ship in your house. Forward, looks like they put it in reverse and broke it. And the ship will never sail again. Wow. What do you think, Garrett? What do you think happened?
I don't know, I just know the pictures don't do this justice. I don't know how. That's pretty thick, right?
Yeah, don't get too close to the edge, it's a long ways down. But I think one thing's for sure, we're not any closer to solving the mystery of why this ship's here and who Big Al Johnson was. Maybe some mysteries aren't meant to be solved.
Didn't Big Al kill people, supposedly?
I had never heard that, but I always use the term loosely. Legend has it he was a smuggler, but what did he smuggle? We don't know. We don't know. You heard there were people killed with this ship?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that, but I had heard that no one, people hearing mysterious sounds on the ship. I mean, it could be vandals at night. You looking in there? What's in there? But I've heard some weird stories about cargo showing up and disappearing and things moving and the ship showing up on the other side of the river. All of those things I've heard, but it could be chalked up to urban legend. But this is the only that I know of on all of the Great Lakes. The only still in existence ghost ship. Careful. What's in there? Was that a bathroom?
Another bathroom, yeah.
Bathroom's all smashed up. So the ship did have 2 bathrooms at one point in time. It's kind of, it's really eerie how it feels like it's moving when you're on it.
Yeah.
I know there's no way that it's moving, but just walking up these stairs, it gives the impression that the ship is moving.
I don't know if it's just the waves, the wake out there.
I don't know.
I don't know. It looks and feels like it's moving.
Yeah, the river's pretty calm today, and you see it's clearly grounded, but it could be the wake. Very passionate e-biker up there, having a good time.
Straight up underwater.
Yeah, look here, you're gonna be, you need like diving gear to get in the bottom, but it's, see down there, these steps? See that reflection?
Yeah.
It's all water, the whole engine room's flooded. Like somebody took the plug out of the boat and filled it up. And you see here, you get 2 rungs down and you're a floating board. Yeah, it's the same cargo hold. So,
Are you at least curious what's down there though, even if we can't go?
yeah, could be anything down there. And that's one that I'm content to leave as a mystery. So what do you guys think? What's the true story about Big Al Johnson? Why is this ship here? Let us know down in the comments. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys out on the trail.